Well, even though it may feel like it, this is not the coldest air of the year. It is of the season so far, but as far as the year goes, we've actually been colder. If you remember all the way back to January, the 7th, in fact, we got down to 4 degrees for an overnight low. Not going to be the case throughout the rest of the year, but who can tell the difference? This is still cold no matter where you are. Temperatures outside running in the teens, as we can see on the map. Upper teens, but teens nonetheless. And this is the air temperature. Whenever you factor in the wind, because that wind is coming out of the north and it's getting up between 5 and 10 miles per hour, if not 15 sustained. Now we're talking about wind chills in single digits. It feels like 4 degrees in Covington, feels like 8 in Lexington, where the wind is not quite as strong. It's feeling like it's supposed to down in Williamsburg and Harlan at 20 degrees, both apiece. We had some flurries yesterday, not the case anymore. In fact, the line of clouds have been decreasing over the course of the last few hours for our southeastern counties and high pressure building in. So everybody pretty much has the sun at this point. It's not going to last long, as we already see the next batch of showers coming in out of the Rockies and eventually going to bring in more clouds than anything. A few shots at some flurries. Not much. Not expecting much out of any of this at all. So high pressure controlling the forecast. That's why calm, quiet, and cold continues. Now we get a little bit of a frontal boundary moving in with the next system. It'll bring in a chance for flurries going into Friday morning, and then another chance as we get into Friday night, Saturday morning, and that's a system that will bring in the best chance for any kind of snow to fall. But even then, both events look like mostly flurries, and accumulation is also expected to be minimal, if anything, going throughout. But let's put some timing on at least the next 3 days with a future track. Here's your cloud coverage kind of streaming through, really building in by Thursday afternoon. And then you can already see the snow getting going, kind of sliding south with that boundary. Warm front to the south, so we do remain very cold. And by the time we get into the early morning hours of Friday, yeah, we'll have some flurries falling, if not light snow showers, but not much expected out of that one. Into the Friday night, Saturday morning time frame, another batch comes through, and once again, Saturday does bring the best chance, but even then it's just flurries. So just bitter cold is really all that we're dealing with going forward. Look at these overnight lows in the teens and then the afternoon highs. We will warm up a little bit with that warm front on Friday, but not much. We're still going to be below freezing, but very close to it. Every other day will be in the 20s. Temperature trend shows a big Canadian Arctic air mass moving south, and it'll be here by next week. In fact, as we're ringing in the new year, we're talking about temperatures that will be getting very, very cold. In fact, 0 degrees overnight for that morning low on the first of the year. We're not going to warm up all that much getting into the afternoon, but this cold stretches all the way down to the south, all the way down to even Louisiana, where temperatures will be freezing for the first time in a while, and then even in northern Florida, talking about temperatures that'll be just a little bit above freezing. You have to go all the way to Miami to get temperatures in the 60s or 70s. That's how cold it's going to get. Temperature trend for us over the course of the next few days, getting into the New Year's Day. Look at that. 0 to start out with. 20 is the best we're going to do in the afternoon. So we do stay below even our normal low for afternoon highs. And that is the extent of this cold air mass that's moving in, taking up shop and setting up and just really lasting for a while. So as we go throughout the next 8 days, this is what we've got. Not much as far as precipitation is concerned. We will see a few flurries here and there, specifically Saturday morning. After that point, that's just cold, especially for the start of the new year.
Every year.
Yeah, right around this time.
I try to make a deal with nature. Just no single digits. And then, if you have to do single digits, just not 0.
Well, okay, but
it's not working.
It's better that with sunshine and no snow, right?
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
The heat wave starts next Thursday. There you go.